Alright, just finishing up some awesome Hangar6s here. These are for the Cambro tub 18 by 12 by 9, and obviously it holds 6 of them. You can take a look. This is the black PVC body with a red PVC front. That go over there is the blue PVC front holographic logo. Let's see if we can kind of get that on camera. There we go. And this one has the Satin White logo. Pulling back here, you can see each level. We've got the HDPE tub skids with stainless steel hardware. The dividers there. Second level has your pro holders. You can see the heat tape's installed on this one side here, and it's held back by the tub bumper and heat tape holder, so it's nice and simple. You just slide it back there, and you can see you stick your probe right under there. You can either do it independently and control each side if you have something like a Herpstat 2 thermostat, or just put it on either side, whichever one you prefer. Going up, you've got your thermostat area where you can keep all your cords and your thermostat and any other stuff that you have up there all nice, clean, and tidy.
Yeah, and like a couple close-up features, I guess, to check out. The way that these things vent, they actually do vent between each floor, so you're going to have like a tiny space above your tub once you put it together, so it's going to vent a little there. And also, we've got these little slot vents towards the front, so as heat wanders from the back up, it'll kind of vent forward and out, so it's not just going to, you know, vent right underneath the tub and just get real stagnant. So it's going to come up, forward, and out, and it's going to kind of come around the top of each tub just a little bit. You can see those holes in the back wall. That's definitely on purpose. Most like modern rack systems, they get super bad heat creep, so your floor is usually way too cold, and then the top is like nuclear hot just because the heat keeps rising and rising. I mean, we're in Texas, so it's definitely an issue here. So these things, they actually work to vent some of that heat out. So these tubs, I mean, they stay super stable compared to one another, so you don't have like a big, 5-degree difference from the floor to the ceiling. I mean, they're super close. And yeah, like even up here, we vented them out just the same, so if you put like your thermostat here or any kind of electronics, it's not just gonna like, bludgeon it with a bunch of humidity and kill your electronics. So it vents up through there. Even this up top is vented, so if you do run a bunch of electronics and they get hot too, it'll actually vent out the top, so you're not gonna have any kind of like heat creep or heat buildup and any kind of like, nonsense that creates. Another weird little detail that you don't notice right off the bat is going to be like the floor risers. So instead of making a base or having to like, set it on something in your house, it actually comes with these 1/2-inch tall floor risers. The front one is one long piece all the way across the front, and then the back ones are actually 2 smaller pucks, so they're about, this big. And the reason we do that is because these guys will actually act like little heat sinks. So if you run it across the back, obviously that's where the heat tape is, and this makes contact with the floor, so it does pull heat from the rear to the floor, and it will affect the temperature of the bottom tub. So by doing it that way, you don't have that issue. So little stuff you wouldn't think makes a difference, man, it makes all the difference in the world. But like if you go to install your heat tape, there's no like magic to it. You're not having to get out a bunch of weird tools. Literally, it slides in from the top along that back wall, and all you do is slide it underneath those guys right there. So those hold the tape, obviously, and they keep the tub from making contact with the tape and, wearing it out. So they're kind of a dual purpose thing there. But yeah, it's cool. You've got your little recess holes here too. You can actually run a dimmable LED on each side. So if you're trying to introduce like a light cycle to an animal, you can control each side independently or basically together, however you want to do that. But yeah, just allow some light in there so you can see what's going on, and you can kind of make a more, naturalistic style setup for an animal. But yeah, super cool, super easy, way over engineered, but what it takes to make one work.
Yep, these things are pretty awesome. Once again, this is the Hangar6. It takes the 18 by 12 by 9 Cambro tubs. Pretty sweet.